So Alvaro Carreras has officially joined Real Madrid, and this is an impressive signing, and he was kind of expensive. It's a big deal that they spent 50 million on him. He's a good left back. And this actually gets us to the big question. Are these new signings actually going to improve Real Madrid? Will they take Real Madrid to the next level and be able to beat teams like PSG, like Chelsea, and so on? And that's what we are going to get into. So, we need to discuss the signings. Xabi Alonso, he came in. He has done good in my opinion, even though we lost to PSG. He has done his part. The only thing that can be his downfall is the players. These players, they need to work extra hard. They also need time, remember this. Many of us, we want to criticize Mbappe, Vinny Jr., all these players, and I myself have done it. But we are also too quick to complain and go ahead and criticize these players, because they also need time to understand the system. So when it comes to Xabi Alonso, I think he was a perfect signing, a perfect manager, and I can't wait for what is next with Xabi Alonso. The next signing was Dean Housen. So Dean Housen is actually just fantastic. Just fantastic. What a signing this was. What a signing. Genuinely, 50 million for him was very cheap. He was missing in the PSG match. Yes, just coming to Real Madrid and already is a player we can't play without. Then that gets us to Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Trent, also in my opinion, was a good signing. Yes, his defensive work is not the best, and even in the matches I just shake my head because he doesn't really perform when it comes to defense. But in attack, spectacular. His passing is so good, his balls are insane, his assists are insane. Trent was also a very good signing. And then we are going to get to the two future signings, which is Carreras and Mastantuono. Now, in order to know what they will fix and what they won't fix in the team, we have to look at Real Madrid's performance against PSG. So let us list all the problems that were in the PSG match. The first problem was playing a front three. That was a big mistake by Xabi Alonso. A front three was not a good idea by him, but he had no choice also to do it, and therefore the team suffered. The next mistake he made was not playing a back five. This was due to Trent also being suspended. So the two main rules is play a front two and play a back five. The next mistake was, unfortunately, the lack of defensive discipline from the attackers. So I've made two videos so far on this criticizing Mbappe and Vinny, and maybe us as Madridistas we are too harsh on them because there is sometimes the press, but it's just not enough. They need to improve on their defensive work rate. And then the final mistake was, well, the actual mistakes. The mistake by Asensio and the mistake by Rudiger. I feel like those two mistakes really set Real Madrid back in that match. So now that we got that out of the way, we can finally talk about the two new signings that are coming in, Carreras and Franco Mastantuono. We will have to speak about what they are going to bring to this team, what they will fix, and what I don't think they're gonna fix. Let's start with Alvaro Carreras. So with Carreras, I like his playstyle. He's a fantastic attacking left back. He's good in 1v1s. Well, at least from what I've seen. He has pocketed Lamine Yamal. He has pocketed Michael Olise. He is very good at 1v1s. And also, not to mention, he can still develop. He's only 23 years of age. And he's tall. He's tall, which means we can even use him in the centre back position, because he has a lot of header clearances, and overall he can even play in a back three. Straight up, you heard it here, I think he can play in a back three. But the problems that I do have with him, because I did watch him play, I watched him play in the Club World Cup, he overcommits himself in the left back position, and he will go too far into the attack. He will go so far into the attack, there will be a turnover, and then he has to run all the way back. Now he does have the speed, but he's not that fast that he's gonna just catch up from the attack straight to the defense. It's just not gonna happen. And that's the same thing I see with Fran Garcia, and I think that can be a big negative when it comes to Alvaro Carreras. And when it comes to him against Fran Garcia, against Ferland Mendy, you guys might hate what I have to say, but I currently prefer Ferland Mendy. Truly, I prefer him over the other two, and that's just because in defense he's way better. But as far as who's gonna be the main player in the future, I think it's gonna be Alvaro Carreras. And he's gonna share the left flank with Vinny. Bro, I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing. I truly don't know. They're gonna work in the same spaces. And I'm not very confident that the both of them can perform at their best level while playing on the same flank. So with Alvaro Carreras' signing, I think it was a good signing. And with that being said, we have to now talk about Franco Mastantuono. So he's 17 years of age. He will be 18 next month. And to be honest with you, does he even look 18? Does he look 17 or 18? Because I showed someone a picture of him and I asked them, how old do you think this player is? And they straight up thought he was like 25. This guy does not look 17. So the positives I will say about him is he has a bright future. He's going to be one of the best players in the world in the near future. Maybe in the next 3 years or 5 years. We have to give him time. He's a left-footed right winger and that is just perfect. A left-footed right winger is always a good thing to have in a team because let's be honest, the team doesn't have that in its current state. We only have right-footed players who play right wing and I think Mastantuono will be good in that factor. But can I be very honest with you? I'm not very impressed with his current work. Like when I watched him in the Club World Cup, I wasn't extremely impressed. Like he did good things, but he has so much things that he has to still work on. And that is because he's a young player, he still has to work on many things, such as his duels. Like it's rare that this guy actually beats a defender. He always falls to the ground, always gets muscled off the ball. And I think this is not gonna go well for him in La Liga. Because in La Liga, they have no mercy. No mercy. They don't care how old you are, they don't care how young you are. They will bully you off that ball. And my goodness, does he lose the ball a lot? Like listen, this sounds like I'm criticizing this young player. I'm just being honest. He loses the ball a lot. A lot. So that's why I think for anyone who thinks he's gonna be this big revelation in the team, I think he will. But I don't think it's gonna happen now. I think it's gonna be in the future. And we criticize the players who don't do work defensively and don't press. And that's a good thing. And when I look at Franco Mastantuono, he does press. But is his pressing good? I don't truly know. And that's my thoughts. I think he's a fantastic player. And I think he's going to be great for the team in the future. So when it comes to all the signings, Xabi Alonso was fantastic. Hausen was fantastic. Trent was fantastic. Carreras I think is also going to be fantastic. And Mastantuono, don't put too much pressure on him because he's a young player. Give him time, let him develop, and he's going to be a fantastic player. But please guys, just don't put pressure on this player. Don't expect him to put on 5-star performances. Please, you have to give this player time similar to what you did with Arda, similar to what you are doing with Hendrik. With this player, don't expect him to immediately be a starter. And you know what, hopefully, there can be some more signings. Hopefully, I don't know who they're going to sign, but I'm hoping that they do bring a player in because Ibrahima Konate is there. And honestly with him, I don't think the signing's gonna be done this summer. Everything points to it being next summer for free. For free, like listen. Real Madrid are just so good at pulling out free transfers. It's truly insane. But if you ask me, I will be truly surprised if Real Madrid do make another signing. And I would be happy if they do. But at the moment, it looks very unlikely, so don't get your hopes up. But that's my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts there in the comment section. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace out.